Hey everybody, it's me Edward Jones back with a new video. Provisions and Protection, a message to fathers. This has been a topic that's been on my mind since way before Father's Day came around. And I wanted to do a video like this, but I got wrapped up in so many other things, and I want this video to be out on Father's Day, but I wasn't able to get it made. But I'm doing it right now. Provisions and protection. First off, I want to give a big thank you, a huge thank you, to any father or father-to-be that watches this video. I would say, and that goes worldwide, but I'd say in the U.S., I'm very grateful for all you fathers out there, because it seems like your job is being made more difficult, more marginalized, more forgotten as time goes on. We always hear about wanting to do things, doing things for the women in our life, and giving all special treatment to women. I said, but what about fathers? Maybe it's just me and my conservative ways, my conservative thinking, but traditionally fathers, they were the head of the household. Fathers, they shouldered a lot of the burdens that went on in the house, and went on, and not just in the house but in society. They had the great task of raising men. That's the biggest job that any father can do, is raise men. Now, that's not to say that raising women isn't necessary. I'm not saying that, but raising men is a huge undertaking. It seems like society always wants to break down men to where they're weak, they're emotional, they have no spine, they have no heart, they seem to be brainless. They're nothing but, as some feminists something stated that the man is nothing more than a life support system for the penis. What kind of bullshit is that? Men, society needs men. The Prepared Mind did a video. I believe, if I remember correctly, it was called "Act Ye Like Men," and it was a call. It was a call for for us to not just be males, be men. And I believe fathers have a big undertaking in raising men, because, like I said before, society will, at least in current society, it will do all it can to diminish the work of men, to downplay the work of fathers, to downplay their importance. And I stand, well, I guess really sitting, but I come out here on YouTube and say I'm truly thankful for all the men, especially fathers out there, who are doing the heavy lifting, the heavy lifting that needs to be done in society. One of the big reasons why I love the show, The Walking Dead, is because it plays it puts a big it plays a big view. It has a big view on fatherhood. If you notice, right from the first episode of the show, Rick, he's talking about just things going on in his marriage, and and he's saying the difference between men and women is that a man would never say what his wife said, especially in front of their child, in front of their son. When he was looking for his family, when he got hit in the face by Dwayne, he saw a little boy and he thought it was his car. He had his son on his mind. After Rick had gotten, when Rick was not getting choked out by, getting choked to death by the governor, after Michonne came to his aid, the first thing that came out of his mouth was Carl. He was, looking, wondering about his son. Morgan, he was very protective of his son Dwayne. When he revealed to Rick that you see how sharp this knife is. You try anything, I will use it on you. the story with Herschel, where he's wanting to care for his daughters, and also and I also see it work both ways with Herschel and Dale when it came to Glenn. They were teaching him skills that that he would need to have. I guess during should something happen to them, whether it be cleaning condenser points in an RV, or about how to handle yourself in a marriage. He was because Glenn was just married to Maggie, Herschel's daughter, but the show it even shows what. I even liked the part where it showed the governor when he took the name Brian Harriet, when he did all he could before he regressed back into his old ways. He did all he could to keep Megan alive. How the stuff what he did in that ditch, when he savagely killed those walkers. The same thing with Rick when the fence came down and Carl was ahead of him. He told Carl to go, and he was tackling his way through the walkers, to make sure his son, to get out, but also to make sure his son was, it was okay. Fathers have a big role. They have a huge role. They have the role of making future men. And in America, we need that more than ever. We need more men. I don't mean males. It's a difference. Males, you're a male just you're a male simply because of your physical traits, simply because of your DNA. But we need more men, and that has more to do with character, more to do with fortitude, more to do with what's in here, what's up here, and what's do they have a backbone? Men have to have spines. Spines do heavy lifting. There are a lot of things out in nature, whether it be with wild beasts or with wild men, they have to be taken care of by men. And who better suited to raise men than fathers? Those who are also men. So I had to grow up with I grew up most of through my early childhood without my father, and there were some male role models here and there. Primarily my grandfather and my uncle. And as I moved to South Carolina, I spent a lot more time with my grandfather. And like I said, I talk about a huge generation gap because I was born in '89, he was born in '37. In fact, his birthday just passed. He turned 77 this year on the 5th of July. And so I learned a lot of things from him. I learned a lot of things what to do, and I learned some things not to do. But overall, I was thankful for what he did. Same was for my uncle. And all men have their own struggles. But it's important it really is important that they encourage young boys to grow up to be men. I know a lot of you maybe be saying that, well, what about mothers? Mothers, if the father's not around, especially for your sake of your son, or even for the sake of your daughter, if they're gonna be around any males, make sure they're men. All right, not males, men. The family structure, I think the family structure has fallen to the wayside nowadays, and our society cries out for men. If and when there's an SACF event, you're going to see a lot of men acting, or males having to make the choice between whether they're going to be men or something that's not meant to be, something that was never meant to be around. And with that, you're going to have a lot of fathers. You're going to have a lot of fathers having to protect and provide for their families, or for anyone who's under their care. Fathers have a hard. I always believe that fathers will have a hard job. You know, it's always been hard, but I don't think our current society is making it any easier. In fact, making it far more difficult. I understand there are a lot of broken homes out there, and you know, divorce being a big part of those things. But even if you know, if even in that instance, it's important for a father to be there for their child's upbringing. Where would we be without fathers? You know, where would we be without the men who work to protect us, who bust their ass to provide for their own, to provide for whoever was in their care? Those men, where would we be without those men? We need to honor fathers, mothers as well, but I'm putting the focus on fathers because it seems like fatherhood is all but you know, vanished in our society. It's, you know, it is marginalized, and then it needs to be lifted up because fatherhood is important. For all you out there, for everyone out there who are subscribers to my channel, who are viewers, and your fathers, I say thank you. Please keep doing the good work. Please keep fighting the good fight. I know men like Hibernia's son and General S. Lee and The Prepared Mind, their fathers. One-Eyed Patriot, he's a father. And others out there. And I appreciate the work that you do. Please keep doing the heavy lifting. You know, I think I'm thinking about doing a video on similar subjects concerning fatherhood and concerning men. See what ideas come to mind. But right now, I wanted to just give a big thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the men out there, for all the fathers out there, and for the men that you are working to create. But that's my video. Please tell me what you think. You know, do you have any special men in your life? Anyone who you count as a father? What have you learned from them? If anything good, or even potentially anything bad, what examples have you learned? Who has shaped you into a man growing up? Please leave your comments in the comment section, or post a video response. Any PMs, please send them to me through my channel. Any gripes, complaints, you know what you can do. But that's my video on provisions and protection, a message to fathers. I'm Edward Jones, and thanks for watching.